All right, good morning, everyone. So it is 11:35 in the morning on May the 3rd, 2021, and I get to do a $675 recap today. Now, and usually I would show you you can see up here my transactions tab is selected rather than my realized gain and loss tab. And it's because I had to dispute this trade, and I'll show you what happened. But basically, long story short is I made $675. I also entered into, this is a swing trade on the TLT. I'm expecting yields to start moving up from here. So I actually added 20 shares to a position I've already established on the TLT. I added at 139.19. All right, so to go over the trade, let's bring down, it was one of the small cap momentum trades that I had on queue this morning. And here's the deal. So my brokerage, I don't know, for whatever reason, it decided it's wonky. So I got filled at $73.63, 63.99 cents. Here, let's see. Let's bring it back up. Right here, $73.64 essentially per share. Right? And so I got in right, let's put a price on it. 73.64. So I got in right here, right? And almost immediately launched up to like 80 bucks. And so when I'm trading momentum, I'm looking for at least 20 cents. I'm not looking for a percentage. I'm looking for at least 20 cents profit. And I mean, this thing zoomed up, right? And for whatever reason, my brokerage account wouldn't let me out. And I mean, I was clicking sell almost as soon as I clicked buy. So I was attempting, I remember the print for 80 popped up a couple of times. And I was trying to sell because I would have been up, $1,400 at that point. But for whatever reason, my brokerage wouldn't let me get out of this trade. It was like, the 200 shares that I bought are showing up in my positions tab, but every time I tried to sell it told me I was selling shares that I didn't have. And so I was freaking out, trying to get out. And then I got stuck. It came all the way down to $67.38 and actually halted. Let's see, let me pull up the times. This one, 34. Yep, and it halted right here. And so I was stuck in this halt after watching it, after watching my position go up roughly 1,400 bucks, and I couldn't get out of the trade, and I couldn't get out of the trade, and I couldn't get out of the trade. I got stuck on the way down at $67, and so I basically spent the entire morning disputing this trade and saying, hey, I need to get out of this thing, so on and so forth. And so I've got a good brokerage company, and they got me out, fortunately, at $77 per share. So I got roughly a little over, $3 a share per share on 200 shares for $675 profit. And so they went back. So my brokerage company went back. I mean, everything is logged. They can see where I was trying to sell, and the order was getting rejected. So they put me in at $77.02, fortunately. I think it could have been a little bit higher, but I don't care that much. The other trades were working today. So in dealing with this pretty much all morning, it kind of got me away from trading my other names. So sort of. So you can see here, SRPT is one that I had levels on this morning. And then I didn't put an order in for the pre-market to get filled at the open because this has been happening often enough lately for me to not put in my orders pre-market. So you can see right before the bell, the minute before the bell, it was up here at $73.46, and then all of a sudden, right before the bell, it printed a price down here at roughly we'll call it $71 roughly, right? And so I was like, okay. And what happens is that takes all of my levels out. That means that all of these levels then become resistance. Now, if I'd bought the open, it would have been okay, really, because this thing, if I'd say I'd bought 300 shares, at the open, it would have been okay because this thing really did perform well. It's, let's see, right now it's at $75 a share, and my orders would have been filled, I don't know. There's no saying. I mean, hypothetically, I would have bought somewhere around 72.11 if I'd bought the open, which I didn't. When the price opens, when the stock opens below my levels, it's no longer a trade for me. So I didn't take this trade. However, it turned out to be a pretty good trade. It went up as high as to $75 and roughly 50 cents per share there. So I didn't get in. OLN, now this one would have been a profitable trade. You can see here, so it opened below my top number of 43.87, but then it came into my levels here between 43.48 and went as low as 43.26, or actually it went as low as 43.15, which is still inside of my 1% loss tolerance. So I wouldn't have gotten out of the trade right here if I had averaged into, say, 43, let's say 200 shares at $43.50. Actually, it would have it would have tapped below my risk tolerance, but it would have popped back up, and then went back up to the resistance level that I had there at 43.87, which would have been support if it had opened above 43.87, but it's resistance at that point. So 43.87 would have been off the table. I wouldn't have taken that trade, but 43.61 and 43.48 would have been entries for me, and it would have panned out. Not a huge trade, nothing to write home about, but let's say on 20 shares and it rose from there to, it would have been about $70. So the level was good, and now you can see here in the afternoon it's really kind of starting to take off. But I would not have stayed in this trade for that long, and I would not have taken an entry anywhere near this level or this level. If I were watching it, I perhaps would have taken a trade after it popped back up above this price level, tested and moved up again. But then I probably would have taken profits right around here at 43.54. So, about 30 cents. It's not even a percentage. I don't know. I don't know if I would have taken it or not. Let's see. And it was after 10:30, so I probably would not have taken it. I usually don't enter trades after 10:30. Sometimes I will before 11, but after 11 I definitely don't enter trades. But this stock is behaving well off of these levels. So, and then RYN opened up. It was before the bell. It was way up here, but both of these, OLN and RYN, had extremely light volume. And so then it opened up below my level, so that means 37.09 is no longer a price for an entry, and it's just kind of hanging around down here. That's not a trade for me. So what had me enter in at 73.64 is this pre-market right here, or actually, let me go back to let me get it back onto the screen so you can see. First of all. So this pre-market high right here before the open, this is the 1 minute. I actually had my order in. I got a good fill on this. I had my order in for $74 and change. I can't remember, $74.30 or something like that. And I got filled at $73.64, which is really nice. I got a really nice fill on it. and that's what had me enter the order on this candle right here for this move up. I didn't anticipate that it would move that far. It was really nice that it did. I'm really glad that I've got a good brokerage company, Charles Schwab, and they fixed the trade for me. So outside of that, what's the SPY doing right now? Let's take a look at what the SPY and the VIX is doing right now. Okay, so 18.2 there. Let's go over to the SPY 418. So the SPY is really just kind of bouncing around quite a bit. It's it opened at 419.42 and right now it's at 418.93. The whole range. Let's see what the range is here from. $1.70 is the entire range on the day so far. So I imagine it's probably going to be like this for a bit. So the VIX is working on coming back down below the 18.2 level for the gap that I have on it. And so to see it close below that again, that would be encouraging. To see the VIX close below the gap again. Right now, it's inside the gap. It's kind of like no man's land. So there's really kind of no telling. In the near term support, I have 14.82. I might attempt to put on a position, swing position on some SPY contracts if we get a close below 18.2 today. I might try to put on a call, buy some calls on the SPY for continuation to the upside. All right, everybody, that's my recap for the day. A little bit of a stressful day, but in the end, I did trade well, made a little bit of cash. Days like this, it helps pay the bills. All right, everybody, good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you at tomorrow morning's strategy session. I am out.